What's up, MFs? Welcome back to the Snake Pit. This is episode 226. Today, my guest is my good friend Burke. Before we get into the episode, I would like to give a shout out to our sponsors. Our first sponsor is Post Baseball Academy. They are teaching the fundamentals of the game, creating work ethic, and teamwork. This is actually owned and operated by my father and a few other family members, so shout out to them for helping the small town kids out, because usually they have to come up to Lubbock to do these kind of things, and now they do not. So if you're wanting your kids to learn a little bit about the game, you can follow them, or you can contact them on Facebook at the Post Baseball Academy, or you can hit them up at 806-474-9565. Shout out to these guys for doing the Lord's work. You know, we love baseball over here. Our second sponsor is Momentum of Roses. Momentum of Roses is an upcycled streetwear brand that focuses on taking single moments to get lost into, to keep momentum, create and find peace of mind. He's a cool dude. We actually have an episode with him coming out very soon. I know he just dropped some new merch, so you can contact them or you can follow them on Instagram at Momentum of Roses. Momentum_of_roses, or you can visit their website, momentumofroses.com. That's an Amarillo-based company, so shout out to the surrounding 806 area for doing their thing, and you guys can still support local there. And this episode is with Burke. He has a new album that just dropped today, actually. It's called You're Going to Hate This Album. You can find that on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, the whole works. He's been on the podcast before. We had a good time. I really like this dude, and we get really deep in here. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. If you would, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social medias. We have Lords of Film, Lawn Chair Sports Podcast, Pirate Radio, Dylan and Roy Question Everything. All of it. It's all on YouTube. It's all on Apple and Spotify. And then we are also on patreon.com/snakepitstudios. We do our conversation pit every week. That's a $1 tier. Or you can get the exclusive Pirate Radio for $5. It's pretty cheap. So get it while you can before those slots fill up. Other than that, thank you guys, and I really hope you enjoy the episode. What?
His iPad. Saw your butt on his iPad.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
My butt? On what?
Nothing.
What butt is mine? There's all kinds of shit out there on me. Whose iPad are you talking about?
Yeah.
You have it? You brought it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, it's been on there for a long time.
Well, my phone broke, so I carry an iPad around like an iPad kid now. So it's a little embarrassing, but yeah.
I saw that in your story.
I have a screenshot of it.
As my friend says, you smoke Wi-Fi blunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, we're here on the Snake Pit. I have no idea what episode this is. Different angles, different table. Same old shit. Ebnog, you're back.
What's up?
I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to sound like an old man here, man, but what the hell is this shit that you're going to hate my album and all this? Tell me about this. Because I don't know. I'm confused. Like, what's this angle you're taking here, man?
It's a marketing tactic.
All right. That's what I'm like. I didn't know if you were being for real. I was like, dude, you can't be acting like that. You're going to put out something good?
I definitely am tired of it, and I want to be done with it.
I understand that.
But no, it's definitely just a marketing tactic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure. I was a little confused. And, well, Emma, what's her name now? Avenue Q or whatever.
Avenue Q Bliss, I think.
Yeah, she was.
It's a new one every week.
Giving you giving the rundown. I respect it, though. Tell me about the album, though. Did you talk about it last time?
Yeah, a little bit. But
now that you're done, how does it feel?
It feels good. I took off a few songs and I added some new stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I really like how the album is divided and the way that it feels. It's definitely one of those, like, you got to listen to all together in one sitting because it'll make more sense. But yeah, I feel much better about it than I did the first time I came on. It's just something I'm more proud of.
How long is it total?
I think like 30, 40 minutes. Not too long.
And how many songs?
8. Yeah.
And so now this is the first time you'll ever perform live anyways, right?
Yeah, Jelly and my friend Ewan, he's on the guitar, I'm on the piano, and Emma's on the drums. Yeah, we're gonna be and they're both on the album too, so it's kind of perfect that we're all performing it together. But yeah.
And y'all been practicing?
Yeah.
Excited? You nervous?
Every Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah. I mean, my nerves are always crazy. Y'all saw how I was the first time I came on a fucking podcast with barely any people. I'm gonna have to perform in front of
get it together
in front of a bunch of people. But I'm a lot more comfortable with that now, especially like I've been like inviting. Well, I always get constant feedback from other people who live in the house and are listening in on practice and stuff like that. And we're always communicating with each other, so it's very healthy. Like I've learned to be confident in certain things, and we're getting better and better and better. And so by the time the performance is around, we'll be solid.
Nice.
But yeah.
And it's going to be released on every platform.
Yes.
You can get music on
Everything. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, all the wazoo.
Does your music have lyrics?
Yes. That's what I changed up about this album, is that I'm pretty sure every single song except for the interlude has lyrics in it. Yeah, I tried to be more comfortable with my singing voice. So
nice. Where is it? It's going to be at on the 25th.
Yes.
At Emma's house? At the house you stay at?
2421 31st Street.
Atrium, that's what you call it?
Yeah, the Atrium house.
I couldn't remember.
Why that name? Do you know?
Is that for trees?
I have no idea. I've asked once, but I forgot, to be honest.
I'm interested in y'all's life. I really am. It's quite. It seems very fun.
Is your house haunted?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think that house is haunted. But the ghost never bothers me. But one time I was standing outside of Em and Eli's room. I was talking to them. I swear to fucking God, somebody tapped on my shoulder. Like, I swear to God, I like felt pressure, like a finger point, like on my shoulder. I had like a really thin t-shirt on. Like someone pressed onto my skin. Look behind me. No one was there. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, come to the haunted house show.
I recently, because I've seen ghosts before. I've experienced it.
You gotta get a ghost story?
Yeah, I'll tell you in a minute. But recently, this was the closest encounter I had. It was in my ear. So I was like, damn, something spooky's going on. I don't know. I just like tell myself, don't think about it. I worry a lot about a lot of shit every fucking day, but when I encounter that shit, I don't think about it. I'm like, whatever.
You can't.
No way, dude. That shit's spooky.
Yeah.
Because I can talk myself out of being anxious about anything other than that. I'm like, no way, dude. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I think as long as you don't fuck with whatever that is.
That's true. That's what I thought. Like, you
just leave it be. Don't even acknowledge it. Like,
yeah. We've been acknowledging the hell out of it for a long time. He's coming. I had a sleep paralysis the day before. And I don't know if you know the story. I'll tell you. I used to work at this house, and this lady, I don't know if this is fucking public knowledge. Sorry if it is, if it isn't. But we used to work at this house, and across the street was a guy, and they were kind of taking care of each other. They were older people. But she killed herself in that house that we used to work at. And I saw like an old lady and my sleep paralysis like 2 years ago, maybe. And I just recently saw it again, and it was, this time I was trying to like move and fight back a little bit, but I couldn't, obviously.
Was it her again?
It was the same old weird lady.
Okay, I don't mean to scare you, but do you think she's like hunting you?
I think she's trying. I'm a man of the good Lord, so I don't think she can, but I think she's trying.
Dang, that's cool.
So this is the second time.
Have you thought, were you thinking about her or anything?
No, that's what was weird. It's just really random. And then the next, so that night you stayed with me that night. So the next day I'm editing, and I hear it in my voice. I hear something in my fucking head. I didn't know what it was. I haven't told me yet. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Like I heard
the bark?
It. But yeah, it was like that noise, and then it was other shit. And I was like, what the? I just ignored it because I've heard it before, and I was like, whatever. This is a weird.
I thought you
shit.
heard the bark.
I did, and then I heard other shit, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And I just ignored it.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Dang.
See, because a part of me like wants to open that door, and part of me doesn't. Like I don't want to play with these things, but I think you can if you want.
I felt so bad. I stayed the night a few weeks ago, and he had sleep paralysis right next to me.
Oh.
I had no idea.
I think as long as you respect the dead, I don't think like people that exploit it, like black
Well,
magic and shit like that.
That's what I would. That's what I
Sometimes the
that's what
dead
I-
don't.
that's what I
Sometimes the
would
dead
do.
don't respect you though.
That's true.
Obviously, man, they're gonna be upset they're dead. So
Mhm.
That's true.
I think this type of shit, as weird as it sounds, is malicious. I do believe it, but it's not gonna get me because I'm not gonna play that game. But if you do, you're gonna be fucked. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Last year I had a weird experience like that where everyone was out of town and it was just me on that property at my house. And I remember being in my bathroom and hearing a woman's voice like saying hello. And I remember I said, hello? Yeah. Like I don't know what it was. Like it really sounded like I really thought it was my mom, where I was like confused. And I was like, yeah?
Is your mom passed?
No, they were out of town.
Okay.
Like they had just left the house. So I kind of thought maybe they came back because I think they had left like maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then within that time, I had heard it. And so I kind of thought, oh, they came back because they forgot something. And so when I heard it, I was like, yeah. And then I looked around the house, there's nothing. So,
Dang.
yeah, that's what I heard. But it was clear as day. Because, I mean, yeah, sometimes I think I hear like voices. But I was like, oh, it's not like, like some,
The voice is getting
yeah. But there's times where like I think I hear something and I ignore it. But this is one where I like
It's
acknowledge it because I
clear.
really thought someone was in
That's
there.
fucking crazy. Oh my gosh,
That's why Hereditary scares me so much.
that movie is terrifying.
Because like demons and ghosts are very real things. Like
What's your opinion on Ouija boards?
I don't
Ooh,
fuck with.
thank God.
Never in my life done that, and I
Yeah.
will never do that. That's fucking with the dead.
Jelly was trying to do the tarot cards. I go as far as don't even do that. I don't like those.
I've had that done to me before.
I don't play none of that shit, man. If it's good, then cool. But nah, not
Yeah,
for me.
Taro is more of like a learning.
I still like
from
the fucking.
dead type
There's
thing.
still some like Catholic in me. I don't fucking none of that. But definitely not a Ouija board. I won't even be in the same room as one.
Yeah,
Hell no.
that because like
That shit is.
never know, man.
That's what I'm
Never
saying, dude.
know.
Like that door exists, and if you open it, boy, oh boy, good luck, because those things don't like to go back where they come from. That's what I believe in. I don't fucking know.
I mean, they're in a halfway place.
Ooh.
So I would be mad too if I was in the halfway place between.
I've told this ghost story before where my dad and my two older brothers were working on a house that was in a ranch in Fort Collins, Colorado. And this was probably like 2004 or 5 maybe. And while they were over there, my brother had a ghost experience where it like terrified him really bad. And well, it turned out that I guess that property, with it being in Colorado, it's Indian land, so many things have happened there.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that there was a young boy that died, I think like during the pioneer years when they were just going to the west. He was buried down there, down the mountain where that house was. And so my brother had that experience, but what was weird about it, I had no idea this was going on. But back here in Lubbock, I had a nightmare that my brother, I remember seeing a kid that was like a evil looking kid, like kind of messed up face. And I was scared in my dream. And in my dream, I tell myself, I'm going to go to my brother who's not afraid of anything. And in my dream, I tell my brother, like, that ghost is back there. Well, he runs, he like runs in my dream. I'm seeing where he runs back there. Next thing I know, he's running back to the house hall and like screaming, like he's so scared. And I had no idea. This was the night that he had that ghost experience.
That's fucking cool.
So I don't know what that is, but it's weird that.
What did he see, or did he not see?
So it's out in the mountains where there's no, at that time, cell phone service sucked.
Yeah.
So my dad was in town. They were working late because they needed to get it done. So he left my two older brothers there. Well, one of my brothers left to go get a cell phone signal. So my second oldest brother was left doing the tile, but he didn't think of anything like it. Like he wasn't scared, but he had the radio full blast and he had thought that he was hearing voices, and he kept turning down the radio, and there was nothing. And then he would turn it back up, and he would just hear voices talking. And he just got so freaked out by it, where I guess the voices he were hearing were clear.
Yeah.
He went to go hide. He went to go hide in the closet because I mean he was young at that time.
Yeah.
Probably like just recently out of high school, and he waits till my other brother shows up. What he does, and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck's wrong with you?" And he's like, "Well, where the fuck were you? Like, there's something in this house." And my other brother's like laughing, like, "Oh no, there's not. Like, you're just hearing shit." Well, as soon as he said that, there's a loft in that house where it was, inside the house. Well, there were some 2x4s that were stacked up. As soon as like my brother was making fun of it, one of the 2x4s fell off the loft and landed in between them. And then they just hurried up and cleaned up everything, and then they took off. But they told my dad, and my dad was like, "Look, don't tell the homeowners anything because they spent a lot of money on this. We don't need to be telling them that this house is haunted."
All about the Benjamin.
And so they finished the job and they left. Well, the homeowners, they had saw them probably like maybe like 5 years ago. So it was like a good distance since they had last seen each other. Yeah. And they had asked them, it's like, "Hey, do y'all still live up there in Fort Collins?" And he goes, "No, we ended up selling it because, to be honest, the house was really haunted, so we had to get out of there."
Bro, dang.
So,
like he just straight up was like,
yeah, he was straight up was like, we couldn't live there anymore. It was like really, there was some bad juju in there.
Dude, I teeter
That's
on
crazy.
this. I teeter on this, like, because we kind of have a platform now, so I kind of want to go to these haunted places, but then I don't want to open my shit up to that because it seems like
it would be like, nope, you're just exploiting that for views,
That's exactly what it would be. But yeah. But because like it does scare me, but then it doesn't scare me. But then I don't want to get all high and mighty, and then that shit just really like unleash some evil. I believe that could happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
On some because recently 2 ghost hunters were on Joe Rogan. That's what I was like, damn.
I need to watch that.
It's a really good episode. But I was gonna ask you, what are your dreams? Do you dream?
No, I smoke too much weed.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I have a lot of fucking I thought you would have a lot of crazy dreams.
Thing is, well, whenever I'm off it, and I recently had to take a month tea break, I was having
they come back
crazy dreams. Yeah, they come back strong. Like some really vivid nightmares.
I've had these conversations with some people, and I think this is the reason why I don't need to smoke, because my fucking dreams are so insane.
Well,
it is out of there every night.
In a good way or a bad way?
It just depends. I haven't figured out the formula of why I have a good dream or a bad dream.
You be having them Tony Soprano dreams?
Pretty much. Sometimes I will, and sometimes like. So I was going to tell you two occurrences. Like once, whenever we believe that when the CERN collider did this shit around 4th of July last year.
Yeah.
So weird shit happened, and I had a dream where I was in what I thought was Russia for like 2 weeks. Like I was going to sleep, I was waking up. I was with my friend, and we were traveling through Russia for 2 weeks. Like I just remember 2 weeks in my dream. We're meeting people. I thought it was real for 2 fucking weeks. Like that's one of the wildest dreams I've ever. I think it was like a dream sequence. Like I was somewhere else for 2 weeks.
Do you know
that was insane?
Do you know the theory about dreams is just like a peek into another life and like another multiverse?
Maybe. I hope so, because sometimes it's really fun. But what really fucked with me like last month was, so prior to the first Friday in January, I had dreams where I die, but I die the same way, but different people do it to me. I get killed all the time by different people in different situations, and these dream interpreters, where I was like, I told them, and they freaked me out about some shit.
What they say?
They were just, because she was like, "How do you die?" I'm like, I don't want to put that out there. She was like, "Can you point where you die?" And I was like, "Right here." And she was like saying like the liver is the place where you process toxic shit, and your body absorbs toxins in this area. And she was like, "You just gotta let go of some shit." And then I kept it up, and then recently I had a dream where the guy was gonna kill me, and I was like, "Hey dude, don't do that." And I think I fucking freed that shit. Like it was just done. I was like, "What the fuck?" I just told him stop, and then he disappeared. Like it was the weirdest thing ever. Like these are my dreams, every night.
Are you?
Do you never tell them stop?
This was the first time because I told my mom about it, and she was like, "I had a dream that my sister was dying all the time, and I just finally told him to stop." And so I was like, "All right, I'm gonna tell this motherfucker to stop when it happens."
Are you?
And-
Do you lucid dream a lot?
Yeah, I do.
That's
I
crazy.
used to be able to be like, do it on command. Yeah, dude. And it's never like when I drink or don't drink. It's just different. I don't know when I do it and when I don't do it.
Can you control your dreams?
Sometimes I can.
have.
That's what lucid dreaming is being aware that you're
Mhm.
dreaming and being able to control, being so aware that you can control everything that happens in the dream.
This is gonna sound fucking silly, but when I'm on that couch and I nap, I can get up and move around
That makes sense.
in my dream. Only on that couch, and I can get up and like see myself. But everywhere else I sleep, I can't. But I know when I'm dreaming sometimes.
Roy, that's DMT.
This is why I don't need drugs because I experience it when I sleep. Like I'm. But that one, these occurrences where I die really spooked me, fucked with me for a long time until recently. I'm like, damn, I think I'm good for now. But then I had that fucking sleep paralysis, and that fucked me up too, man. I was like, damn it, she's back.
I don't think you need to be scared of your dreams. I just think you need to like learn and interpret what they're.
See, that's what
trying
I'm
to tell
saying.
you.
Like some people call it, kooky that you can. Dreams are just dreams, and some people are like, well, they mean something, and lot, yada yada yada, whatever. I don't know. I thought you would dream. You seem like somebody who would dream a lot. That's why I was asking you. Like,
I used to, but yeah, not anymore. There's a chemical in THC. I mean, in weed that makes it weird. It stunts your dreams. But whenever I was off of it, like a month ago, for a month, I was having all sorts of nightmares. A lot of them were relationship related stuff, and that's just because I'm in a good relationship now. And last year or 2 years ago, I was not, and I think just like really accepting that I'm in a good relationship now was hard for me. So I just kept having dreams about that. But yeah, you just gotta take something from the dreams. Don't be scared of them.
maybe I
As
should have
weird
a
as they
dream
are.
journal.
Yeah, dude, do it. As soon as you wake up, write that shit down because you'll be able to remember everything that just happened, especially if you're having those crazy dreams where you feel like you woke up out of a conscious state during your dream. You're going to be able to remember all that.
I have so many crazy dreams that when I don't dream it, it's weird.
Yeah.
You know, when I don't have a dream, I'm like, I didn't sleep good. 'Cause I didn't dream.
What's wild is like I'll have like these like epic event like dreams, and I wake up and then 10 minutes later forgot
It's gone.
everything. Yeah. Forgot what it was.
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I think about it all day. Like,
There's only
what the fuck did that mean?
a handful of dreams that I truly like fully remember though.
Do they hold any impact on your life?
Yes and no. Just sometimes they're like those,
What-
epic James Bond type dreams.
What did
and-
you tell the dream interpreter? You had nuclear dreams?
Yeah, I always
I've
have.
had those before.
I always have a reoccurring dream where, like it's like a normal day. Everything's fine. Next thing you know, we're a mushroom cloud goes up on the distance, and we're attacked.
I've had those dreams.
I've had that too. I think that's just like the state of the world that we're living in. That's just an impending doom is a fear that we all have.
Yeah, when I was telling them too, I was like, "That's not really a fear that I have, but for some reason, I always just dream it.
Huh.
Like it's
I've always seen fire in the sky.
fire in the sky."
I was like, just shit just going on in the sky. I'm like, damn it, what the hell?
Like the Maze Runner.
Type shit, dude. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. And I don't even know where I'm at. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I've had some fucking. I love talking about my dreams because they're so fucking crazy. I
Dude.
don't even understand them. Sometimes.
Write them down. That'd be so
I
cool.
should. I wrote down what happens to me in my dream when I die. So if I do die like that, we know. But I don't think that's gonna happen anymore.
Oh.
Those ladies cleared that out for me.
But what was, kind of funny, it was when me and Roy went to them and told them their dreams. They were kind of like, "Oh, that is interesting. I don't think I've ever heard that
They
before."
had to get the experts. On
Yeah,
this.
they had to bring
Yeah.
other people to be like, "Hey, what do you think of this?"
Did y'all go to a local place here?
This was that first.
It was
Friday.
that first
They were
Friday.
like dream interpretation. I was like,
They were like holding up signs.
That's so cool.
because
It's,
I remember now. I think about it because that day I was like, I keep having a dream about being in jail for 30 days. Like, what does 30 mean? I kept telling her that. What the fuck does 30
You're
mean?
approaching 30.
I thought that might actually have been what it was because that's how it started. And then I was like, Then I want to dig a little deeper about the fucking dying dream, but that's over now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were they there this last time?
no, thank God. I was so scared to see them again.
What do y'all think? Because I've heard this theory that, I guess certain spirits that are around, that's how they communicate with you. Is somehow they could get in your dreams. People that you see in your dreams are like those spirits. What do y'all think of that?
I've seen some dead people that I know in my dreams.
Yeah,
I believe it was them.
but yeah,
I really do. I can get into that if you want me to, because I've seen my dead buddy,
Yeah, get into that.
and he was like, this was one of the worst dreams I've ever had. I said my dead buddy, and he was like, dude, I think I'm dying. He told me that, and I was like, man, you're already dead, dude. What are you talking about? I remember I told him that. This is the type of shit I dream
That's crazy.
every fucking night.
No,
dude.
bro, that was probably an actual encounter.
My friend, he was like, he's like, man, Roy, I think I'm dying. I'm like, dude, you're already dead, dude. It was weird. It was the weirdest.
I mean,
thing
I've
ever.
always believed that, for some people that die, their soul still like kind of wanders because they can't accept that they have died.
Well, hopefully I told him, and he was like, all right, cool.
It's possible.
Wow, dreams are amazing.
Yeah.
I love my dreams. Don't get me wrong.
Jen, do you have any crazy dreams?
Yeah. I don't dream a lot, if ever, because I do smoke a lot. And when I do not smoke, I have been known to have nightmares. And I have several reoccurring nightmares. But the one that still sticks out to me, and I've had it ever since I was like 7 or 8 years old, is I wake up on the floor and I'm facing like a darkened ceiling, but it's not completely dark. It's just kind of like a dark room with all the lights off, but I can still see that there's stuff above me. And the stuff above me is taxidermied horses that are hung by strings. By their legs, like from the front underneath and the back underneath, and they're all dangling on strings. And I can see them all in the dark above me, and I'm laying on the ground. And then the horse bodies start dropping like puppets. But I've had that nightmare over and over. But I have an extreme fucking fear of taxidermy.
Oh, well then. Dang.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
like
sucks.
it like I will like repulse. Like I don't know how to explain the way I get around certain taxidermy. Sometimes I can like
I
tolerate.
mean, it's uncanny as fuck.
Have you seen a taxidermy monkey?
Oh
That'll
yes.
fuck you up.
Yes.
Yeah.
In New York, I saw that. Yes.
You
I
should
saw-
be.
I saw
you should
two.
be
I
taxidermied.
saw a small one hanging on a
Whatever
tree,
they
and then I
wanna do
saw a
with my body.
baboon. Yes.
Yeah,
oh
they-
my
they
god.
look
I'm like,
weird.
oh.
Yeah, there's something about. I don't mind a deer, but a monkey is a little different.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like horses like freaks me out. Yeah, I just have that reoccurring
sucks.
thing, and then as I've gotten older, around like this literally started happening. This is the most recent reoccurring nightmare I started having that, and this started happening to me when I was like 20. No, I was like 19. I started having this reoccurring nightmare of being at like a convention of some sort, and I go into a room and there's glass cases of like special effects mannequins, that are on display, like people's just work. And then, so I'm going through like the rows and cases of, life-size special effects mannequins and figurines that people have made. It's like, whatever. And then one of the ones I passed by is a Labrador, a life-size Labrador. It's like a normal-looking big-ass Labrador dog. It looks like a taxidermy dog, essentially. But it's got like tarantula legs sticking out of its body, along with like the dog legs. And I'll walk past it like, oh, okay, gross. And then I'll circle back around to leave the room. And when I pass the case, the dog is gone.
Whoa.
Yeah, I never see the dog in action or whatever, but I mean, so it's like my taxidermy nightmares have progressed into that.
Sucks, dude, because I want to spend the rest of my life with Jen, but I want a taxidermied moose so bad, and I want a taxidermied bear so bad.
It won't happen.
I want to go hunt them. You
Yeah.
guys, I want to go hunt them.
I can't even. When I went to the Museum of Death in LA, that was the closest and the most tolerant I have ever been. But also, I was sweating bullets the entire time, knowing it was around any corner.
Roy should taxidermy himself, and like when he
Like I
dies.
said, whatever. No, because I want to be burned in a fire.
No, it'd be such a good gift to her. You'd be
You
like,
can taxidermy, and then you can burn me because I told you this is my. We all die. You got to think about it sometimes. Right? Put all my possessions in a big pyre and burn me and
I
send
like
me
that.
off, man. Send me. And I have the exact place I want to be fucking burned, dog.
That's very Egyptian of you with all
Oh.
your possessions.
Yeah, I would love it. It would be because I don't want nobody to have my shit. I'm very. I've said this. I because we're collecting cool shit now, cool shirts, cool these rings. They go with me. Nobody gets these motherfuckers.
Not even your kids.
No, hell
Fuck
no.
them
And I want
kids.
kids. I want kids. I want grandkids. All of it. But they ain't getting none of this shit. Burn me with my hats, everything, dog.
Jesus, he's
My-
like my Metallica socks.
My
burn me with
boots,
those.
because I love my boots. You know, I love my boots.
I hope my
My-
painting gets burned. With
That's what I'm saying. Throw it all in one big thing and just fucking send me off to wherever we go.
In your will, it's like there's a painting from 2023.
Because we did a
how to cook,
podcast.
man.
We did a podcast with people who sell life insurance, and that's what he told me. He's like, you got to put it in your policy. Like that's what you, because if you have life insurance, they can pay for that. I was like, fuck it, let's put that in the will, man. Burn me with everything. I don't want nothing. Nothing goes.
Really?
Nothing stays here with anybody. It's all mine. And we'll say that is Egyptian shit, right? Because they
Yeah.
believe that you can take it to the afterlife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On a little bit.
as long as God lets me have a few rings and
Bro, you got to take
That's
the
fine.
drip to the afterlife.
if our body goes somewhere else or our spirit, maybe I'll manifest as the same guy.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Not so much taxidermy that scares me, but the closest thing that has scared me before that gives me the creeps was when we went to Universal Studios and we saw the giant life size of the T-Rex. There was just something about it that just freaked me out.
God.
And then we went on the Jurassic Park ride and it moved like
Yeah.
the giant size.
Are you scared? Do you have any fear?
No, I'm scared of spiders, but like death doesn't fear me. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I hate needles. I cannot
Oh,
do needles.
I get weird with needles
no
too.
tattoos?
No, I'm covered in tattoos. Which,
Oh, yeah?
which is funny. But I use numbing cream, or I'll do it to myself. All my tattoos are done by me, so like
Well, we can't see them because you got
I got a little inappropriate shirt. on.
what is it? Not safe for work shirt.
Yeah.
Can I get a beer, please?
But yeah, I have to do them to myself because I have to stop so much. Because seeing a needle go inside of me or inside of anyone, it just
Right here, it's what bothers me.
it sends
I'll
a
get a
shiver
needle.
down my spine.
I'll get a needle anywhere else, but right here is just.
I think it's Saw 3 where someone falls into a pit of syringes.
Yeah.
It sucks.
You know what did it for me?
Yeah.
Human Centipede. Have you seen that? She fucking runs with the, and
Wish
the
I-
needle just. Oh, dude, that fucking did me. I was in high school and I was like, I got to get my blood drawn just to get over this, and I still couldn't do it.
I've gotten plasma drawn and I passed out
Yeah.
when they put the needle in me. Yeah.
Ooh.
I just can't do needles.
Oh my God, I passed out while donating plasma one time. I remember I passed out and I came to, and they were like trying to offer me like juice, and they were like, "Do you want red, blue, or green?" And I was like,
No, they give you Gatorade.
well, like at the time they asked me if I wanted red, blue, or green, and I was like, "What flavors are they?" And I specifically remember they said, "There's no flavors, just colors," because it was like sugar water essentially. But I was like, the green.
That's so funny. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm interested in
too.
your mind. I want to know. We went along a tangent just now.
I
You know,
love that.
sometimes the
tangent.
people want to know things, but I want to know about you. Do you believe in God? Haven't I asked you that? last time?
Yes. I believe that there is a higher power, but who am I to say?
What do you mean?
But-
Like, have you ever felt something else?
Yeah.
In like what instance?
I mean, if you ever go to like a place of nature,
Can I tell you mine?
yeah,
It's kind of like that.
yeah.
I saw Jupiter in a really high powered telescope,
Oh, cool.
and I felt something I'd never felt in my life. It was the weirdest fucking like a little existential moment in
It's
my life.
crazy.
I was like 20. And I'll never forget that moment. I was like, oh, this is not just, like, we're just something else. Like,
Yeah.
we're on,
A little speck.
we're a speck. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's really cool.
Yeah,
It was the coolest moment of my life.
I went to Yellowstone and just seeing the mountains and the spectacle of it all. I was just like, there's no way some little explosion made this. Like, it's too intricate and beautiful, and we're too intricate and complicated for something not to have created us. And so that's whenever I felt it. But yeah, there's totally a higher power. I definitely believe that. I'm not sure if it's Jesus. I'm not sure if it's Buddha. I'm not sure if it's, I don't know. I think religion is man-made, and it's trying to explain that feeling.
I think it's good for a lot of people, though.
Yeah. I think
I'm with you. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. But some religions definitely can. And I think religion's fine.
You know what's weird is like I've been working out a lot recently, and I've been thinking about shit. And I was sober for a whole month, and I was like, man, I believe in this shit more now than ever.
Yeah,
because like I ride the Peloton, and afterwards they do like the Namaste stuff or whatever, and they do like that. I guess that's like derived from like Hindu shit, right? Yeah. But I'll do the sign of the cross. That's a Catholic thing.
Yeah.
Like, man, I believe in that shit now.
Yeah.
More than I ever have in my life. It's weird. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm like, damn, man. Because I was like, this is the most healthy I've felt. I'm like, damn, man. I feel good. I feel connected.
Feel connected to the earth.
Yeah, I think it's all the same.
Yeah.
Whatever you're connected, tapping into whatever.
I mean, if you've ever done any form of psychedelic.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
You feel that connectiveness. Like, one time I was in Colorado, and I was up in the mountains, and I took way too many shrooms. And this is still to this day the most I've ever done. It was way too much. And the mountains like started looming over me and laughing at me, and the trees started looming over me and laughing at me, and then all these little mosquitoes that were flying around started laughing at me, and I just felt so small and such a like we were 10 miles up a mountain, like we had no service, like we were up there, and so I just felt like, holy shit, not only could I die here, like this whole forest would, my body would be gone in like a week or two, with just like how wild and, the vegetation, and just, I felt so small, and it just made me feel, like a little speck again.
That's why I want to be burned, because I just want to return back to whatever the fuck we created, carbon, whatever we come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I get that when I go like towards south of Lubbock, like 20 minutes out, like when it's like Post and it's Garza County.
Yeah.
It's a little bit still more wild. I love it. I feel like I tap into something ancestral. This is my ancestral land, pretty much anyways, because my fucking family comes from this hundreds of years.
That's cool.
So I'm like, damn, this is like, that makes me feel, I think like Jelly said, like we return to some fucking soup of something. That brings me a little peace of mind. I thought about it a lot when she said that. I was like, huh, yeah.
It's nice. I think death is something that people don't need to be scared of. I think it needs to be accepted, because there's definitely something after that. So,
have you ever had a near death experience?
To be honest, I wish I did. That'd be a cool story.
I don't know if you were. Have you had somebody die on you?
Yes. And that was interesting. I was still a Christian at the time. I haven't given it much thought since I denounced Christianity. But my great grandmother died at like 102.
That's a good life.
Yeah, really good life. And I think that's what really helped out with not feeling sad about it, was because like they lived a life, man. Like fucking, what was it, 100 years? Like that's crazy.
That's awesome.
So it was almost just like, I don't know. It was almost a beautiful thing. It was like, and they passed away in their sleep. So it was just like they lived their life to the fullest and to the best. And then,
I was just thinking about recently, literally today too. Like if I get like 80, I'm just gonna go crazy. I'm gonna do drugs. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna dip again. Fuck it. You live 80. I think 80 years is good.
80 years.
If you can complete a lot in 80 years.
Most people die at 82. So
exactly. So after 80, like you ain't gonna tell me not to do any of these things.
Yeah.
I'm smoking. I'm drinking.
Fuck it, dude. I mean, like, if you're not already doing everything that you want with your life, what a better time to do it than at the end when you got nothing else to lose.
What do you want your legacy to be?
I don't.
You ever think about that? Well, you're young. You're not
Yeah.
even 21.
I don't really want a legacy.
You will be the 25th.
Yes, sir, I will. I don't really want a legacy. I want, because I don't really want to be famous. I do want to be financially successful off my art, but I think I just want people to, like, I deal with so many mental issues and things, and the house that I was brought up in was not really good, and I want people to feel like no matter what background they come from or financial place they come from or lack of love for themselves, I think I want to inspire people just to do what the fuck they want to do no matter what the circumstances, because like I don't know.
Same, dude.
So it gets me going. And I don't have a lot, but I do what I can with what I have. And so,
Is that not the fun of it, though?
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like, even like figuring out how to do something with very limited resources, it's fun to like learn shortcuts around it and,
Dude, that's why
the whole process is
That's why I wish all of y'all success, because I like watching y'all just figuring out. Because we really haven't interviewed somebody super famous or anything, so
Yeah.
we're all just like punk rocking it, and I just like watching it. Like, damn,
bro, just
'cause that's what we're doing.
just wait. I'll be like, guys, go watch my first interview.
Yeah,
Rattlesnake Boy.
yeah. So that's
Years
why
down the line.
that's part of like what I love right now. Just trying to live in the moment. I'm not trying to think about yesterday or tomorrow.
Good.
And I'm like, damn, it's fun to watch motherfuckers figure it out, because there's no rule book. There's no fucking guidance in this shit. Whatever.
Exactly.
You figure it out, dude. I love it.
And everyone figures it out differently.
Yeah,
And it's
that's also
it's a
cool.
beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, it is. That's what we've experienced.
Yeah.
That's what I think God is too. To be honest, like,
Yeah.
experiencing that love, like whenever somebody has like the love for what they do,
Huh.
we all can. It's like that. We tap into that too.
Yeah.
I love it. I love seeing that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna ask you, like, you want to be financially successful off your art, right?
Yeah.
Does that ever like come into like? Because in the last podcast you did, Lords of Film, episode 24, just now,
Yeah.
you were talking about the rich and all that. Like,
I don't want to be rich. I just want to be able to get by.
well, you were last time you said you were anti-capitalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But like the thing is that I want to make a living off of what I want to do. And so I want to do art. I don't want to be one of those rich art pretentious fucks who makes shitty art for a big audience and sells it for fucking $50,000. I just want to be I just want a small community of people that enjoy my work, and I can feed into them and they can feed into me. And if I'm financially stable through them,
Sorry.
you're good. And through being able to do my art, like that'd be awesome. Like just being able to live, like I don't have to live this extravagant life to be satisfied. I want, like, me being satisfied is doing what I want to do and being able to do that all the time. So, yeah.
But is that the problem you have with capitalism? Those people that exploit everything
Yeah.
just become super.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Because I love it. I love capitalism, and I love the idea of, to me, this is just me speaking honestly, like, you can become rich off your art. We can become rich off our podcast. That's a fucking cool system, man.
That's true. That's true.
Because
But
ultimately, like you said, you even said it in the last part, like money talks. Like, I got to get some money, man. So I think shit's gonna hit the fan in the future, and you gotta have some money to fucking
That's true.
survive, dude.
There's good and evil sides. Like, we're not the capitalists where we're Nestle stealing free water and selling it as bottled water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I don't want to be no super
Yeah.
rich corporation or anything, but I want to have some money.
It's nice that we're in a world with the internet. I think the internet makes that possible. I don't think capitalism makes that possible. I think the internet gives anyone with a fucking camera and a microphone, they can start a podcast or a vlog, or anyone with a computer and GarageBand that can make a hit song in 20 minutes. Like Steve Lacy, who made his entire first album on his iPhone and GarageBand. Like, I think technology is the reason why we're able to do more stuff now, and anyone can be. But like, because when you do get successful, you're going to be a part of a bigger company, or there's going to be bigger companies sponsoring you that are always making more money than you. So
I guess you're
Yeah.
right. That's where the internet is fun, because you can be independent
yeah,
as fuck.
yeah. Like, there's
Make a lot of
so
money.
many independent artists who just use the internet. Fuck the labels who try to screw them over.
Believe me, I'm against all that too, though.
Yeah,
I am. I don't want no boss telling me.
but that's what
What's
capitalism
it?
is. It's the big-
I
big boss.
believe in the free market. All that.
Yeah,
But the capitalists did create the internet, though.
that's true.
It's weird. I think they
Suck.
they created the. It's just. I think it's just an industry. People take advantage of any situation. It doesn't matter what fucking system you're in. That's what sucks. And you're right. There's like 0.001% own all the wealth.
Yeah,
That is horrible. Like, these motherfuckers. Like, if you really break down the numbers of billionaires, it's like insane.
Yeah.
Being a billionaire.
it's crazy.
But it's also like, to me, that's why I love this country and I love this idea. Like, I think any of us in here could be a billionaire if we really wanted to be.
Mhm.
There's no better system than to be here and fucking try. I don't want to be a billionaire or anything like that. That shit's like, what do you do with that much? You're
too
right. Like,
stressful.
after that money, people know everything you do. That sounds fucking horrible. Like, it's too many eyes on you. Fuck that.
If you had $1 million and you spent it like 1,000 every year, it would last you like I think 100 years. So like, no one needs more than $1 million unless you're buying expensive shit and living this extravagant life, So,
Yeah, that never interests me either.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. Just give me a land. Give me my donkeys. That's it.
Yeah.
A little bit of farm. I was talking to Jelly about that. I want a farm.
Last one.
I want some donkeys and some horses.
Farm is cool.
Pretty much what I want in life.
Gotta get some chickens too.
Of course.
You want some ass?
Yep. A boodle. All that. It's fun though. I like
Sorry,
I like thinking about all this stuff
Yeah.
and talking to people.
It can be scary though. The future.
Yeah, well, don't take this the wrong way. People like you come up here and challenge capitalism. Like, what are you talking about? But I like you, so it's all good. We're gonna keep having, we're gonna keep having you on the pod, but it's cool. I'm
Really? Thank you.
like, that's what the whole point of like these things is to get inside your mind. Like, where does all these ideas come from? Because we're all different.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're all just trying to figure life out.
It's true.
It's a weird thing, and then like, you ever think about that, like consciousness and all that shit? Like, where the fuck we come from? Where does consciousness derive? I was trying to talk about this last night, but Chris wasn't having it.
Sometimes I'm too conscious, man. Sometimes I'm like,
Does that scare you?
yeah, man. Like, okay, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I struggle a lot with like, and I hope this is helpful to people, but I struggle a lot with like suicide and stuff like that. And like, sometimes I'm so aware and so, picking out not only the past, but myself apart that like, I mean, I don't know. You just have to forgive yourself from the past, and you like being a conscious being sucks because you're aware of so many things. You're aware of yourself. You're aware of the people around you. You're aware of how your actions affect other people. You're aware of, etc. And it's a very weighing and scary thing. But at the end of the day, if you like, I don't know, just like we were blessed and cursed, and we just have to like kind of accept that. And you know, even if you're someone like me who like picks themselves apart all the time, like you have to give yourself love like other people love you, and grace and forgiveness, because no one stays the same their whole life. You're always changing, and especially if you're always wanting to change and wanting to learn, then you know it's nothing to beat
You gotta
yourself
want
up
to,
about.
now, right?
Huh?
You gotta want to.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I love change. I think change is awesome.
Well, can we talk about that suicide and all that?
Yeah,
You thought about that?
yeah.
What happened with that? Like because we've talked about this on the podcast before, and I hope I'm not out of line saying this. I've never thought about it, so it's a completely foreign thing to me. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what? But some things have happened in the past few podcasts where I'm like, well, a lot of people actually think about this and talk about this.
It's quite a common
I
thing.
think it's a important thing to talk about.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think killing yourself bad. I don't think like having suicidal ideations, which is suicidal thoughts, is bad. I think that's just normal if you think about yourself a lot, because like so yeah, I don't know.
so it's like those thoughts lead you now like thinking about it.
Yeah, I think it's not. I think it comes. I've definitely tried before, and thank God I haven't. It didn't work, because I'm very thankful to be here, and just like nothing is permanent as well. Like stuff, not only is your life, but things around you is, like I said, it's always changing, and like nothing is ever permanent. Like 2 years ago, I was fucking homeless. Like I was sleeping in my car. I just got my cat. I could only afford food for her. Like I was not doing good. And like 2 years later, you know, like I'm here. I'm involved in the local scene. I'm live with 2 amazing roommates in an awesome house. Like my cat is healthy now. I'm healthy
Shout
now.
out to the cat.
Yeah, like nothing is permanent. And
So can I ask, like, how did you get out of like that darkness into now where you are?
well, I realized that. I realized that this is just it's just a bump in the road, and later I'll look back on it and I'll honestly and I'm glad that I think like this now, because I was right. I'm thankful for that, because going through all that, even like a few months ago, I went through some hard shit and it sucked. But like looking back on that too, like that craziness and that hardship and that change like shaped me into a better person and who I am now. And like I was so angry at the world 2 years ago whenever I was homeless. I was so angry with people, and I would take it out on people, and I was just so hateful, and I did stupid and hateful things. And but then just one day I was like about to, do the thing, and I was just like, I looked at my cat and I just imagined us in a warm house with a TV and just being happy. And for some reason, like I was just like, I want that, and I don't want this. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to continue living in this pit of just despair. And so as silly as it sounds, I did something about it. Like I went and got a really good job, and I worked my ass off, and I got hours, and I got a roof over our head, and I bought a heater so we weren't cold in the winter anymore, and like all this shit. And so like you just can't give up.
There you go.
Ever.
There you go, man.
I love
You just gotta
that.
keep pushing.
Yeah,
Always,
I'm about to
man.
fucking start crying right now.
Always.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the cat again.
Yeah, I fucking love my cat. She
Yeah,
saved
dude.
my life.
But it's like
Hold on.
sometimes that's like all you need is like just you're doing it for them, even if it was just like this little bundle or whatever, but it's like the realization of like this is a situation.
That's all it is a situation.
It fucking sucks, but it's just a situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Glory to
You
God,
know.
baby.
Yeah.
You're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm
Here and
happy
alive
to
and
hear,
breathing.
Yeah, that you're
Yeah.
doing better.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad I am.
Thank
too.
you for sharing that.
Of course. Yeah, I
Sorry, I
think
just got a little emotional too.
no, it's okay. I think suicide is something that needs to be talk
No,
about.
we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified to talk about it. I really am.
Yeah.
But I didn't, because a situation happened and I didn't know that many people think about it like that. I was like, oh shit. And we have a platform. We have some people come on. I'm like, well, let's talk about it, because I didn't know all y'all went through that.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all, more than I thought.
I think definitely with this, like, just the culture that we're living in too. There's just like pressure for everyone's life to be perfect with social media, and there's all this comparing. Even I struggle with comparing myself to my amazing, talented artist friends around me. It really breaks me down and lowers my self-worth, and I feel like people are always doing that constantly to each other. Like, a lot of the times that some of my friends were, going through that stuff, it was stuff like that. It was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, my life isn't good. I was like, well, what defines good? And then they would bring in someone else's, life. And I'm like, you can't compare yourself to other people, because you're not them, and what you're going through is much different, and what they're going through is much different, and your circumstances are different. And yeah, you just can't do that. You can't compare yourself to people. You are your own unique soul in a little body that's unique to you. And yeah, I don't know. You can't do that. Be yourself and love yourself. And if you don't like the situation, or you don't like yourself, and that's why you keep comparing to to other people, then fucking do something about it. Yeah.
It's just that classic thing. If you just can't see your glass is half empty, you gotta see it as half full.
Yeah, it'd be pretty easy for me to say that. I'm glad you said that. Like, you got to do something.
Yeah.
You got to do something about it.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's not
hard.
that
It is
easy.
hard.
It's really not, but that's really what you have to do.
And I think that's really is what it takes. Because like I've been in several. I feel like I've had like several little breakthroughs in my life, but like you have to kind of just realize, like, damn, like this is what it's gotten to, And it's like it's almost like this very naked, uncomfortable accountability you have to have on yourself in order to accept, like, you have to do the work to get yourself out.
You
of
have
it.
to
And
expose
pride has
yourself.
to be stripped.
Yeah, your ego has to be out the door.
Yes, it's almost like you have to have tunnel vision. It doesn't matter what it looks like to anybody else.
I was gonna ask you about that. How do you throw your ego out there? That ego, man, that thing is crazy. I've been working on that too. Shout out to the Peloton instructors for telling us about that.
Yeah, ego's really difficult. Because I am still working on my ego. It was really funny because I had a huge breakthrough in just the way I hold myself and the way I very much I thought that the art that I do made me who I am, and all this stuff. It was really funny whenever y'all's episode came out. I was really frustrated with myself listening to it because I was talking about myself the whole time. I was like, oh,
Well, that's the whole point.
this idiot. but yeah, I don't know. Getting ego out of the way, you just have to take a step back. Living in the present and being aware of other people is a really good way to it's a good first step on dealing with your ego, because when you're in your head, you're thinking in your head voice, you're thinking about yourself and you're thinking through yourself. And so I don't know, yeah, sometimes I just have to take a step back. And it's really hard for me because I'm very impulsive as well. I have ADHD. And so sometimes I'll say things or do something and I'm like, oh, fuck, I did not think about how that affected the person at all. And so recently, yeah, I just step back and take a view of the situation. And
Did having a partner help you with that?
yes. Yeah. It really opened my eyes to myself because they perceive me differently than I perceive myself. And so,
I don't know if I struggle with this because I am just a very, very transparent person.
yeah.
And sometimes I wonder, do I gaslight? And then sometimes I wonder, do I feel bad about it? Because I don't. I don't know how to feel about some things because I just feel very like, okay, like I was telling Roy today, like I was raised on this concept of like, no te dejas, you know, which is like, just don't take it. You know what I mean? Which is like, you can't be mad at something if you're not going to speak up about it. You can't. If you have a problem, you got to say it because if not, you can't have a problem. You know, my parents just kind of raised me like, you have to raise, because I was just so shy as a kid. So like, my life lesson as a kid was like, speak up. You know what I mean?
Speak your mind.
Yeah, and like, I work in the beauty industry. So I worked in the beauty industry, I guess a long time ago when I first got in it, but I worked in it when it was insanely cutthroat versus now, I mean, shit is so much more accepting, you know, whatever. But like, I worked in a very cutthroat industry where I took a lot of shit and I was walked on. And then it kind of hardened me to where like that no te dejas like mentality came in of like, no, I don't take shit. Like I was shit on so hard. I have to just, I don't want to say be hard, but I have to just be so transparent, just so fucking blunt.
Yeah.
And so, but also like, I don't know ways to sugarcoat things also because I'm not one that likes things sugarcoated to me. So I just kind of speak very directly. But sometimes it's just like with my, like, I understand that my transparency is not cruel, but also I don't know if I should be softer with my transparency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I
it's
think
also,
it depends on the person, though.
I think so too, but also because of that, it's almost just kind of like, well, like, should I apologize if this is how I know how to communicate and if I'm just communicating clearly and if the transparency of it stings, is that my fault?
Yeah.
See, man.
That was a problem with...
But I feel
I'm
like
gonna
there's
give
so
you
many
a sorry.
conversations, you know, like whether it's like personal, whether it's like romantic, whether it's on a friendship level, you know, like business or whatever, even like professional. Like sometimes I'm just like,
Sorry.
you know.
Yeah, I think it, like I said, I think it really depends on the person because if it's in a, you know, work setting,
Yeah.
then that's fine. But if it's like relationships, I've hurt many people from
Yeah.
being too honest.
And like I wonder too, because I don't want to be cold and I don't want to be intimidating and I don't want to, you know.
Yeah, I think.
But I feel like I have enough empathy to where it's just like my transparency really is coming from a soft part, you know, like
Yeah.
from like a very just kind of like this is just how I feel.
Yeah.
Like it's just raw, like this just, you know.
Has it ever caused problems?
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That's why I'm saying like sometimes I feel gaslighty because like if I know like something causes problems or whatever, I am transparent enough to know if I can be transparent, I have to take it.
Yeah.
And if somebody can't communicate it, I have to, hey, I noticed what happened. So like, how are you feeling? You know, like and that is just the part of me that is like, I don't want to say like I'm solution oriented, but like I have to like, you know, like,
Yeah.
like, was it communicated or was it not? Or like, did it not?
I
So
think-
that way I can, you know, so that's why I say like, I have the empathy in me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like, did I offend? You know what I mean? Did I, you know, whatever. And like, sometimes when it's like explained back to me, like, well, it hurt my feelings or like, well, I took it this way or like, this is just how I interpreted it. And sometimes it's just very much like, is that a projection though? Like,
Yeah.
are you projecting on me?
Yeah.
See, like, there are these fucking words just come into play where I'm like, ugh, what does this mean? Am I, because at that point, I'm kind of like, sorry you made yourself feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that's how you took it.
But I think, I don't know, for me, I have a really hard time controlling my tone. And I think the tone is a
Yeah.
huge part of how people take things. And yes, it might be a projection,
Yeah.
but isn't everything?
Everything is projection, yes, but it's also just kind of like how, like, I don't fake the funk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, how am I supposed to say things? Like, if I know something that needs to just be said, should I soften my voice? Or should I just, this is just how I speak, so that I'm just
Yeah.
going to,
I think it really depends on the person
yeah.
at the end of the day. Yeah. Because,
I
like,
don't know.
there's some people I can be brutally honest too. I know for a fact, like no matter how honest I am with him,
Yeah.
they know it comes from a place of love.
And like I'm the person who is just like, if it hurts, it hurts, and I'll let it sting and I'll be sad about it. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I have to respect it, or
Yeah.
like I feel like that's just my perspective on something. So I feel like I can just take things sometimes, but not everybody is like me. Not everybody is the same. But also, I mean, I'm a super sensitive girl too sometimes. So
Yeah. How was it? So bad.
you had to pee?
So fucking bad.
I
but I'm
also.
All right, we'll get you out of here pretty soon.
How long
Okay.
have we been going?
I can hold it. I'll hold
Can you hold it a few minutes?
How many?
A few minutes.
Yeah.
It's like what?
30 more minutes.
Few times 10.
The new album's coming out. What's it called again?
You're going to hate this album.
You're crazy for that album.
I hope you hate it.
Oh man, I'm excited to see you play live, dude.
Thank you, man. I'm nervous. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's
It'll
gonna
be
be good.
How
Yeah.
long is your set gonna be?
20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Very short, simple set. There is a there's my favorite band in all of Lubbock, Robert Barron. It's the lead singer's trans. Their name is Andrew.
Andrew, I like
And
Andrew.
they're fucking great. It's like psychedelic rock.
What was their name way back?
The Stroke.
The Stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're playing for an hour at my show, so I'm so fucking excited for
I like
that.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I've known him for a while.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Good people.
Andrew's awesome.
So
Yeah.
they're playing at
Mhm. And then a friend of mine's band called Eighth House, and then No Name Band Name Brand is another band that's playing. They're really good too. But yeah,
nice.
yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, dude. Where can they follow you? Where can they?
Ebnog on Instagram. I go by Burke with a period on the end of it on Spotify, Apple Music, all of that. You're going to hate this album February 25th. I don't want your birthday wishes or your money. I want you to listen to my album. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. You guys got anything?
Follow Lords of Film with a Z, and I don't know when this is gonna come out, but we might have a Lords of Film event coming up soon. So
Bradley?
Yep.
Anything?
Stay black.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all.